Yes. So now see this case law Balfour versus Balfour. Case law Balfour versus Balfour 1919. So what is this case law is all about? So what is this case law is all about? This case law is about intention to create a legal relationship. So this case law is about intention to create a legal relationship. So intention to create legal relationship is one of the feature of valid contract. It is a one of the feature or one of the rules of the valid contract. So now we are going to discuss Balfour versus Balfour case law 1919. See this. In this case law, there are two parties. So partly party known as husband and wife. There are two parties, husband and wife. So husband promises to pay his wife a monthly household allowance of 30 euros. So what happens here? Husband made a promise to give his wife monthly household allowance of 30 euros and he gave the allowance for some time. Later, what happens? Parties separated and husband failed to pay the amount promised. Parties separated means they got divorced, maybe they got divorced. So after that, husband stopped paying the amount to his wife. So now what happens? So despite of the repeated request, husband did not pay the monthly allowance to his wife. Consequently, the wife filed a suit in the court of law for the allowance. Judgment was given in the favor of husband on the grounds that there was no legal agreement between husband and wife. So can you tell me why there is no legal agreement between husband and wife? Yes, can you answer me now? Why in this case there is no legal agreement between husband and wife? Balfour versus Balfour case 1919. The year 1919. Why there is no legal agreement between husband and wife? Can you tell me? Very simple. Very simple. If you see the case law, in the first sentence itself, what they have mentioned. Can you tell me? Yes, anyone? Anyone can you tell me? In the first sentence itself, what they have mentioned? What they have mentioned in the first sentence? Anyone comment in the chat box? Because they separated. Yes, that is true. But what is the first sentence? Why there is no legal relationship or why there is a no legal agreement? I will tell you. Here there is no contract in writing. Here there is no contract in writing because husband just promised his wife, sorry, husband promised his wife to pay certain sum of amount. Yes, social relationship, Ankita is correct. Social relationship, see this, social or domestic agreement doesn't come under the category of contract. Social or domestic agreement means husband wife, father son, father daughter, then mother son, mother daughter. So these are the things doesn't come under the purview of contract. So near relative, so what you can say, they are near relative and there is no written agreement. That is why here there is no intention to create a legal relationship. See this. For that reason, what happens? Judgment is given in the court of law in favor of husband on the ground that there was no legal agreement between husband and wife. It was held that in the court of law, parties did not intend to create legally binding relationship between them while entering into an agreement. Hence, it is not enforceable. Hence, it is not enforceable means whether husband is eligible or whether husband is liable to pay the amount to his wife, whether the husband is eligible or liable to pay the amount to his wife. No. Why he is not liable to pay the amount to his wife? I have already told there is no written agreement and it is a domestic or social relationship. That is why husband is not liable to pay the amount to his wife. So this is the case law regarding intention to create a legal relationship. So whether it is clear about this case law, very simple case law, very simple case law. If it comes for 6 mark, you need to write this. If it comes for 6 mark, Balfour versus Balfour case law, you need to write the about the case. First thing you need to write about the case, then what is the judgment given in that particular case. First you need to write about the case, then what is the judgment or conclusion given for that case, that you need to write. If it comes for 6 marks. So any doubt regarding Balfour versus Balfour case 1919? Very simple. Any doubt regarding Balfour versus Balfour case? Any doubt now you can ask if there is any doubt regarding this case law. Any doubt? Answer. Any doubt regarding Balfour versus Balfour? Comment in the chat box or unmute yourself and ask if there is any doubt regarding case law Balfour versus Balfour. See, what do you mean by case law? What do you mean by case law? What do you mean by case law? Can you tell me? Anyone? What do you mean by case law? Yes. Anyone? Answer. What do you mean by case law? Please answer now. Yes, there are many people. Anyone can answer. What do you mean by case law? See, case law means past judicial decisions of the court. So, case law means what? It is a past judicial decisions of the court which is seen or which is taken for review of the similar case. Suppose if there is any similar case of husband-wife relationship, then what court will do? Court will see the old case. Old case, see this Balfour and Balfour case 1919 is the old case. So now court will see the old case to give a judgment of any case of that matter. Any case of that matter means intention to create a legal relationship. So I hope there is no doubt regarding the case law now. Case law Balfour versus Balfour. Whether it is clear now. See this, first husband will promise to pay the wife certain sum of money. After they are separated, husband stop paying that certain sum of money. That is why wife will file a suit in the court of law. That is, file a case against her husband in a court of law. But the court of law held that husband need not pay the money as there is no intention to create legal relationship, because there is no written agreement and it is a domestic or near relative agreement. That is why it is not there. Hence, it is not enforceable. So that is about Balfour versus Balfour 1919. Next thing we need to see, classification or type of contract. Classification or type of contract we are going to see. First thing, classification according to validity. Classification according to validity. So under this head, contract can be divided into several types. First thing we need to see, what is valid contract. So can you tell me what is valid contract? What do you mean by the word valid, or what do you mean by valid contract? Anyone? Very simple. What do you mean by valid contract? Yes, in your own words you can explain now. What do you mean by valid contract? Very simple. We know the features of contract, isn't it? We know the features of contract or rules of the contract. So there must be two party, there must be free consent, there must be lawful object, there must be a consideration. So everything we have discussed in the last class. So what do you mean by valid contract now? Yes, anyone? Answer. What do you mean by valid contract? Valid contract is the one which satisfies all the conditions. Yes, written agreement between the two party. Written agreement. Okay. Valid contract means, I will tell you. Valid contract means it should satisfy all the conditions of the contract. That means all the conditions means all the 10 conditions we have seen in the features of the contract. It should satisfy all that condition. If it fails to satisfy any one of that condition also, it doesn't become a valid contract. So now you see, valid contract is a contract or it is an agreement enforceable by law. In other words, it is an agreement which satisfies all the essentials of a contract to become valid and enforceable by law. So all the essentials of contract that we have discussed, see this, all the essentials of a contract, what and all: plurality, offer and acceptance, intention to create legal relationship, lawful consideration, capacity, free and genuine consent. See, all these things we have discussed. Agreement not declared to be void, certainty and possibility of performance, legal formalities. All 10 conditions must be satisfied in order to call contract as a valid contract. So that is the meaning of this. Can you give me an example for valid contract? Can you give me an example for valid contract? Any example you can give, own example can you give me for valid contract? Anyone, can you give me the example for valid contract? Yes. What is the example you can give for valid contract? Now, see, any example you can give. Now, I will tell you the example. Suppose I want to sell my laptop. Suppose I want to sell my laptop for 50,000. I want to sell my laptop for 50,000 to B, one of my friend B, and B agrees to pay 50,000 and he agrees to buy the laptop. In this case, it satisfies all the condition. In this case, it satisfies all the condition because there are two parties. There is one lawful object, that is a laptop is our lawful object. Then there is consideration. He is giving me money. I am giving him a laptop. So everything it satisfied. So anything, or else you want to sell any property for 50 lakh and other party is ready to give you 50 lakh, and you are giving your property to that particular party. Yes, in that case also it becomes valid contract, assuming all the conditions of the contracts are satisfied. So that is the first thing. Now second thing is voidable contract. Second type is voidable contract. So what is voidable contract? An agreement which is enforceable by law at the option of one or more parties thereto, but not at the option of other or others, is a voidable contract. What do you mean by at the option of one or more party? What do you mean by at the option of one or more party? Anyone? At the option of one or more party, but not at the option of others. What do you mean by that? See, I will tell you, voidable means it is avoidable. See this, in the word itself it is there, voidable. That means it is avoidable. So it is avoidable by whom? Very simple, I want answer now, you are not giving the answer. Avoidable by whom? Can you tell me? Avoidable by whom? So can you tell me, as per the law, there is one term, avoidable by whom now? I am asking. Whose consent? Yes, offeree. Yes, offeree, avoidable by the person whose consent is not obtained free. Avoidable by the person whose consent not obtained by free. That means what? His consent is obtained through some physical force or some mental torture or with the help of misrepresentation or fraud. So that means there is coercion, undue influence, misrepresentation, mistake, or fraud. In that case, what happens? Contract becomes voidable. Contract becomes avoidable. Yes, now you see, voidable contract. A contract is said to be voidable when one of the parties to a contract has not given his consent freely. That means his consent or his acceptance is given, acceptance is obtained from one particular party with some force. In that case, that becomes voidable. So can you tell me the example for voidable contract? Can you tell me the example? Anyone, can you tell me or can you give me the example for voidable contract? Yes, very simple. Voidable contract example, can you give me? Yes, anyone. Anyone, can you give me the example for voidable contract fastly? Disha, Narasimha, Omkar, Pooja, Swati, Ankita, Pratish, Akamsha, anyone. Anyone, anyone can give the example for voidable contract. Yes. See, voidable contracts. Yes, you did not understand. Disha is saying she didn't understand. Now I will tell you. What do you mean by voidable? Voidable means, I will give you one example. I have a property worth 50 lakh. I have a property worth 50 lakh. Now, if I want to sell my property, at what amount I should sell? Can you tell me, Disha? If I want to sell the property, at what amount I should sell? I have a property worth 50 lakh. If I want to sell my property, at what amount I should sell? Whether it is more than the original amount or at the same amount or less than the same amount. Can you tell me? More than the amount. Yes, more than the amount. So I should sell my property of 50 lakh for more than my amount. That is, it may be for 55 lakh or for 60 lakh. But what happens? Other party or party purchasing my property will do some unlawful act or avoidable act. What are the avoidable act? So they may give me threat to kill, that other party may say, I am going to kill you if you are not going to give your property for 5 lakh only. 50 lakh worth property you should give me for 5 lakh only. In that case what options I have? Either I get killed or I should transfer the property. Only two options I am having. Either I should get killed or I should transfer my property. So I will choose to transfer the property. So I am going to sell my 50 lakh worth property for 5 lakh only. In that case, what happens? My consent, that means my consent or my acceptance is obtained by coercion, because threat to kill. That is why it is voidable, or contract is voidable at the option of me. That means I am selling the property, right? It is at the option of me. So I have the option either to continue with the contract or to cancel the contract, either to continue with the contract or to cancel the contract. So that is the meaning of the term voidable. So now, have you understood what do you mean by voidable? Yes, whether it is clear, voidable. Voidable means through some physical force such as coercion or undue influence, fraud, misrepresentation, or mistake. So that is the meaning of voidable contract. So now you see effects of voidable contract. What and all effects of voidable contracts are there that we need to see? See this. Voidable contract continues to be valid and enforceable by a law until it is cancelled by the party which has not given his consent freely. That means what? Until I am going to cancel the contract, it is the valid contract. Suppose I am selling my property to 5 lakh, 50 lakh worth property to another party to 5 lakh. That is a valid contract until and unless I cancel that contract. That is the meaning of this. Only when I cancel the contract, it becomes what? Voidable. Voidable contract. See this. Now, the party has not given the consent freely as to cancel the contract within a reasonable time. Suppose the time for transfer of property is 1 month. So, if I fail to cancel the contract within 1 month, then later afterwards I cannot cancel the contract. Then that becomes a valid contract and you need to give your property for lesser amount. So that is the meaning of the second thing. Aggrieved party has the right to claim damage if he has suffered any loss in the contract. Suppose I have suffered any loss, any physical injury to me, any injury to my property or my family, then I have a right to claim. Then I have a right to claim damage from other party as per the court of law. So that is the meaning of this one. Then next thing you see, if the party is cancelling the contract has received any benefit, he has to return the same to the defaulting party. So party cancelling the contract. Suppose any party cancels a contract and they have received some incentive or some benefit. Then such benefit, once the voidable contract gets cancelled, they should return to the defaulting party or the person who is making the crime or mistake. The person who is making the crime or mistake, so they should transfer the benefit. So that is the meaning of voidable contract and the effects of voidable contract. So now whether it is clear about valid and voidable contract. Now we have discussed valid contract and voidable contract. Any doubt regarding valid contract and voidable contract? Yes. Any doubt you can ask me now. Any doubt regarding valid and voidable contract? Yes, comment in the chat box. Fastly comment in the chat box. Any doubt regarding valid and voidable contract? No doubts? No doubts, right? Whether it is clear, no doubts, right? Regarding valid and voidable contract. No one is answering. See, answer whether there is any doubt. See, if there is no doubt, then I will continue. Yes, I hope there is no doubt, so I need to continue. So I have asked, and you are not responding whether there is doubt or not. So I will assume that there is no doubt. Yes. So now next thing is void agreement. Next thing is about void agreement. See now, what do you mean by void agreement? Agreement which is not enforceable by law is said to be void. So that means what? In simple, what you can say, an agreement which doesn't satisfy all the 10 rules of the valid contract, then in that case what happens, it is a void contract. So it fails to satisfy all the rules. It fails to satisfy all the rules or most of the rules of the valid contract. In that case, it becomes void agreement. Void agreement is an agreement which is not enforceable by law. Not enforceable at law means you cannot pass that agreement in the court of law. What are those agreements? It is agreement opposed to public policy, agreement with a minor. Why agreement with a minor is void? Because minor is not attained the age of majority. He has not attained the age of majority. Agreement with unsound person, agreement with a person disqualified from law. In that case also, that is a void agreement, because as per the law there are certain people who they have expressly declared in the court of law that with certain people, if we do the agreement, that is void. Void means it is not passable in the court of law. So that is the meaning of void agreement. Next, void contract, void agreement. Then fourth one is void contract. What is a void contract? A contract which is ceases to be enforceable by law becomes void when it ceases to be enforceable. What do you mean by ceases to be enforceable? Can you tell me the meaning of the word ceases to be enforceable? What do you mean by the word ceases to be enforceable? Ceases to be enforceable means what? Can you tell me? Yes, anyone? Ankita, Swati. So, what do you mean by ceases to be enforceable? Yes, very easy. Ceases to be enforceable means what? Anyone can answer. Unmute yourself and answer. Ceases to be enforceable means it is almost impossible. Yes, it is almost impossible to enforce the contract, or it is very difficult to enforce the contract in the court of law. Ceases means almost it is impossible to enforce the contract. In that case, what happens? See this, contract which ceases means I will use the word cannot. A contract which is cannot be enforceable by a law becomes void when cannot be enforceable. So a void contract may be a valid contract by the time the parties form it, but subsequently due to the changes in the event or circumstances it becomes void. What is the example? We can take the any example. Suppose I am going to take the example of cow. Now I have a cow. I am going to sell my cow to another party for 5,000. So this is a valid contract, and that another party is also agreed to take the cow for 5,000, accepted my offer. So this is a valid contract, but cow dies. Now, before performing the contract, cow dies. In that, yes, Akamsha is saying end of the contract, correct. Yes, now cow dies. Cow dies. In that case, what happens? Now contract is impossible to perform because subject matter is itself not there. Cow is a subject matter dies. Now cow is not there. In that case, how I am going to perform my contract? Not possible. So that becomes void. See this, that is the meaning of this void contract. First, initially it is valid contract, but subsequently due to the changes in the event or circumstances, it becomes void. What example you can give? See this. A contract to import good from foreign countries subsequently becomes void. So, relationship between the country is also important. So, there is a concept of alien friend and alien enemy. So, can you tell me who is a alien friend? Can you tell me who is a alien friend? Alien friend means who? Can you tell me? Alien friend means who? Anyone? Alien friend means who? Alien friend means yes, good relationship with other country. Correct answer. Good relationship. Suppose India is maintaining good relationship. Yes, USA. With USA, India is maintaining good relationship. In that case, what happens? So we are maintaining the peace between the two countries. So USA's member or any person from USA is our alien friend. Alien enemy means the country which is doing a war with India or country which is going to,
Pakistan.
yeah, Pakistan, yes, country which is going to trouble India. So in that case, alien enemy. In that case, alien enemy. See this. A contract to import goods from foreign countries subsequently becomes void when the war breaks out between the exporting and importing country. Maybe exporting country is India, importing country is Pakistan. In that case, yes. So now fifth one, illegal agreement. Next one is illegal agreement. So what do you mean by illegal agreement? Illegal agreement is against the law. That means agreement which is opposed to law. Can you tell me any example for illegal agreement? Can you tell me the example for illegal agreement? Any illegal agreement? Anything you can say. Illegal. What and all things illegal in nature? Yeah, see this. Correct. Dealing in drug. See this. That is illegal in nature. Then anything you can say about illegal in nature. So that is which cannot be enforced in a court of law. Breaking the rules and regulation of the law, giving bribe to someone, get employment, giving bribe to someone to get employment. So there are various things comes, or killing someone, a contract to kill someone, illegal. Contract to kill someone is illegal. Yes. So that is the meaning of illegal agreement, which is against the law. Sixth one is unenforceable contract. Unenforceable contract means contract loses its enforceability in court of law due to some deficiency. What are those deficiency? Maybe the stamp duty may not be paid, or there may be some clauses which may not be performed. See this, such as absence in writing, absence of witness. So everything is proper. So unenforceable contract means it is a valid contract itself. Everything is proper. But at the time of performing, due to some deficiency, contract cannot be performed. What are those deficiency? There may be a witness may not be there. There may not be a stamp duty, or all the procedures are not done properly. In that case, what happens? Contract becomes unenforceable. Contract becomes unenforceable. Yes. So these are the meaning of this one. Unenforceable contract. Now we have discussed total 6 points, types. See this, according to the validity classification, according to the validity, there are 6 points. First one is valid contract, second one is voidable contract, then third one is void agreement, fourth is void contract, fifth is illegal, sixth is unenforceable. So one thing you need to know, void agreement and void contract is not the same. Void agreement and void contract is not the same. That is different. That is different. So void agreement, there is no void contract at all. Why? There is no void contract at all. Why? Can you tell me? Do you have you heard the word of void contract? It is not possible to have void contract. Everything is void agreement itself. Just for classification purpose, we have seen void contract. So everything is void agreement because contract cannot become valid, or contract is not valid. It is very difficult to become contract to be void. If any condition is not satisfied, in that case contract becomes void. Yes. So initially contract means agreement. Agreement means offer plus acceptance. So first thing comes first. So there is void agreement instead of void contract. Void agreement instead of void contract. Yes. So now we have discussed all the 6 types of classification on the basis of validity. So any doubt regarding 6 type of classification on the basis of validity? Any doubt regarding 6 type of classification on the basis of validity? Electricity also went. Any doubt? Yes, answer. Any doubt regarding first 6 type of? Yes. No doubt, right? On the basis of validity. No doubt. Yes. So, yes, Ankita is saying no. Now we are going to move to the classification 2 on the basis of contract. That is classification of contract on the basis of formation of contract. Next category, classification of contract on the basis of formation. See this. First one is express contract. What do you mean by express contract? Very simple. You are expressing. How you are expressing your feeling? How you are expressing your feeling? Suppose any feeling is there. How you are going to express your feeling? Either by the words, either by the words spoken or written, isn't it? Either by some gestures, either by the implied conduct, or by orally you are saying, or by with a written letter you are saying. So that is the meaning of express contract. See this, express means the words spoken or written or expressly agreed upon at the time of formation of contract. The contract is said to be express contract. Can you tell me any example for express contract? Can you tell me any example for express contract? So now I am an employer. Now I will sign an agreement with my employee to work for 1 month for a sum of money of 50,000. In that case, employees agrees with the terms and conditions specified by the offerer. In that case, what happens? It is an express contract because it is a written agreement. Express contract. See this example: A appoints B as an employee through a contract for monthly salary of 25,000. Contract binds on both the parties in it. As per the terms of contract, B should work for A and A should give the payment or salary to B. So one should make the work, one should do the work, and another party should make the payment for the work done. So whether it is clear now, express contract either by the word spoken or written. Either by the word spoken or written. Next one, implied contract. What do you mean by implied contract? It is inferred from the conduct or dealings between the party without the word or other than the word spoken or written. Anything other than the word spoken or written comes under implied contract. So how it is implied contract? What example you can give? See this example. When one person boards the bus, it is implied from his conduct that he has entered into an implied agreement to purchase a ticket. So that this thing we have discussed, when person catches the bus, that means what? He is going from one place to another place. So for this, he need to pay certain amount, bus charge. He need to pay certain amount bus charge. So as soon as the person catches the bus, it becomes implied contract between whom? Can you tell me? As soon as person catches the bus, it becomes the implied contract between whom? One is transport company, that is transport company, or one is bus, and one more is passenger. Implied contract between transport company and passenger. So that is the meaning of this one, implied contract. First one is express contract, second one is implied contract. Now third one, Quasi contract. What do you mean by quasi contract? Quasi contract means as per the operations of law. Quasi means what? As per the law. Whenever you heard the word, whenever you hear the word quasi, that means as per the law or as per the operations of law. See this. When a person becomes a party to the contract as per the operation of law, becomes a quasi contract. When and all person becomes a party as per the operations of law, very easy. This one is very easy. Can you give me one example? When person becomes a party as per the law, very easy. Yes, anyone can give the example for this one. Yes, anyone? Fastly comment in the chat box what example you can give. How one party can become a party to the contract as per the operations of the law. How? Anyone? Anyone? Please give the answer. Please give the answer now. See, now I will tell you how. See, I will tell you, in case death happens, in case there is a party, there is two parties, A and B, A dies. There is two parties, A and B, A dies. In that case, who is liable? In that case, who is liable? Who is liable? In that case, A's legal representative, suppose A has mentioned any legal representative, he is liable to perform the contract. So now that legal representative, let me say C is a legal representative of A. So now C becomes the party to the contract as per the operations of the law. As per the operations of the law means because of the death, now that person ceases to be the member and legal representative is your new member or new party. So that is the meaning of this quasi contract. See this. A supplies necessary to B. So B is a minor. A gives some necessary things to B. Because he is a minor, he gives some necessary things. Then afterwards, whether A can claim those necessaries from A, whether A can claim those necessaries from A, not possible. Why? Contract with a minor is void. Contract with a minor is void, so it is not possible. For that reason, what A will do, A is entitled to claim the amount of necessary supplied from B's property. From B's property means, can you tell me from B's property means how? B's property means what? Yeah, property means what? Can you tell me? B's property. What do you mean by property here? Can you tell me? B's property means asset. Property means asset. Okay. Here property means parents or guardian. B's property means those who are in charge of that minor. Those who are in charge of that minor. So suppose there is a minor who is in charge. So his parent is in charge, isn't it? Parent is in charge, or else guardian of the minor. Parent or guardian of the minor. So that is the meaning of a B's property. See this quasi contract. Now we have discussed the second category, that is classification of contract on the basis of formation of contract. Under that we have discussed express contract, that is with the words spoken or written. Implied contract means just by the conduct of the party. Then the quasi contract means as per the operations of law. Third one. Three types are there in second category. Yes. Any doubt regarding this? Any doubt regarding the second category? 3 points. Any doubt regarding second category? Express, implied and quasi. Any doubt? No doubt, right? Whether there is any doubt regarding this one, second category types. Can you tell me now fastly if there is any doubt? Can you tell me? No doubt, right? Ankita is saying no. Ankita is saying no. What about others? What about others? Why others are not answering? What is the reason? Akamsha is saying no. Akamsha is saying no. Yes. Then others I want answer. Anusha, Swati is saying no. Okay. Okay, fine. Ashish is saying no. Okay. So now next category. Now we have seen on the basis of validity 6 type. Then on the basis of formation, three types. So now next category, C, classification on the basis of execution. Classification on the basis of execution of the contract. First one is executed contract. What do you mean by executed contract? Anyone? Executed. What do you mean by the word executed? Executed means what? Can you give the right similar word for the term executed? Anyone? Can you give me the similar word for the executed? The term executed, similar word I want. Can you tell me any similar word for the executed? Yes, answer. Executed. Executed means what? Anyone? Executed means already performed. Executed means what? Already performed. Performed by whom? Performed by both the parties. Performed by both the parties. That means all contractual obligations are performed by both the parties. In that case, that contract becomes executed contract. Say this: when both the parties have performed their respective obligation in a contract is said to be executed. Yes, what example you can give for executed contract? What example you can give? Any example where both the parties perform their duties, that is executed. Suppose I am selling anything, I am ready to sell, another party is ready to buy. I am ready to sell, another party is ready to buy. So I am giving my property, another party is giving me money. So see this, everything is done here. Everything is proper as per the law, and both the parties have performed their respective obligations. So that is the meaning of executed. See this: a dealer of a car gives delivery of a car after receiving the price of the car, that is 10 lakh. So now have you understood? So now if I want to purchase the car, I will go to one showroom. So car price is 10 lakh. So they say that we will deliver the car only after the payment of 10 lakh. So now I will arrange the 10 lakh. Then I will give the money to the car showroom dealer. Then showroom dealer will give me the car. So now that is an executed contract. Everything is done now. I gave money, they gave me car. Yes. So now next thing is executory. Executory means here opposite of executed. Here executed, both the parties have performed the obligation. But executory means, you see, both the parties to a contract have not done their respective obligation after promising it to do. These are the contract in which we have future consideration. So executory contract is nothing but it is a future contract. So executory contract is nothing but it is a future contract. See the example now. A promises to deliver the car after the week, and B agree to make the payment at the time of delivery. So now here both the parties have not performed their duties or obligation, isn't it? Because showroom dealer has agreed to give the delivery of the car only after the payment, and payment is also, you said that you will give at the time of delivery. So both the parties yet to perform the promise. So that is the meaning of executory. If you see the word executed, here you see a dealer gives a car delivery of the car after receiving the price of the car 10 lakh. That is the first case. Here yet to do executory. Third one, partly executed or partly executory. So third one is partly executed and partly executory. That means what? It is a contract in which one party has performed is part of obligation and other party is yet to perform or about to perform share of obligation. So now we have discussed the example for first two category. So can you make the same example? Can you alter the above example and tell me partly executed and partly executory? Anyone? Can you tell me now? Can you alter the above example? We have discussed the car example, delivery of car. Can you alter the example now and tell me for partly executed and partly executory? Anyone answer? Please comment in the chat box or answer. Anyone? See, so now I will tell you how. Partly executed and partly executory. Now Showroom dealer is giving the delivery of the car. Showroom dealer is giving the delivery of the car, but I am not making the payment. So I am making the delay in the payment. I have obtained the delivery of the car, but I am about to make the payment. In that case, it is partly executed. On whose behalf it is partly executed? Dealer's behalf it is partly executed. So partly executed on whose behalf? On my behalf it is partly executed because I have not made the payment, isn't it? So that is the meaning. That is the example you can give. Or else I have given the money. Or else I have paid the 10 lakh and now showroom dealer is making a delay in delivering the car. Showroom dealer is making the delay in delivering the car. In that case, what happens? Again, now I have executed the contract. Dealer is about to execute the contract. So that is the thing here. So now we have discussed, see this classification on the basis of execution of contract. Executed contract is their first one, then executory, third one partly executed and partly executory contract. So any doubt regarding third category, any doubt regarding third category type, any doubt regarding third category type, please answer. Any doubt regarding third category type, fastly answer now. Any doubt regarding third category type? No doubt, right? Executed, executory, and partly executed and partly executory. No doubt, right? We have explained with the example. No doubt. I will assume that there is no doubt. No one is answering, so I will assume that there is no doubt because we are running out of time. So that is why I am asking whether there is any doubt. No, right? Yes. So now we will move on to the classification. See, now we will move on to the classification. Yes, Ashish is saying no. So now we are going to see classification on the basis of performance. So fourth category, classification on the basis of performance. So there are two category. Now you see there are two category. First one, unilateral contract. First one is unilateral contract. What is unilateral contract? One-sided contract. That means in which only one obligation is outstanding at the time of formation of contract, and other obligation is either performed at the time of formation or even before the contract comes into existence. Unilateral contract means it is a one-sided contract. So it is very understandable if you hear the word uni means one. Uni means one, so it is a one-sided contract. So see the example, you'll come to know. A painter paints a picture as per the orders of B, a customer, for 10,000. So B will give 10,000 and painter paints a picture. A gets it ready to be given to B. So A makes a painting and a painting is ready to be given to B. But however, B makes delay in the payment. Half an hour delay to make the payment. This becomes unilateral contract. One party has performed the contract, other party has yet to perform the contract. So my question is whether unilateral contract is similar to partly executed and partly executory contract. Whether it is similar to partly executed and partly executory contract. Can you tell me fastly whether unilateral contract is similar to partly executed and partly executory contract? Yes. Anyone? Answer. Ashish, Omkar, Akamsha. Answer now. Whether it is similar to partly executed and partly executory contract, unilateral contract. Yes, it is similar. I will tell you why it is similar. Because one party performed the obligation, another party yet to perform. The unilateral means also same thing. One party's obligation is outstanding or yet to perform. Only one party has done the obligation. So that is unilateral. So now you see bilateral. Second one is bilateral. What do you mean by bilateral? Bilateral means both the parties yet to perform the obligation. Both the parties are yet to perform the obligations or duties in a contract. So bilateral contract is equal to executory contract. Bilateral contract is equal to executory contract. So, what is executory contract? Executory contract, see this, both the parties have not done their respective obligation. Here also same thing. Bilateral contract means also here yet to do the obligation. What is the example you can give? See this. A promised to paint a picture for B, for which B promises to pay 10,000. In this case, both the parties' obligations are outstanding at the time of formation. Why it is outstanding? Only promise is made. See this. A promises. Just gave the promise. He has not done the painting. He just gave the promise. B also. B has not paid the money. He just promised for paying the money of 10,000. Both the parties just promised, but they have not performed. So that is the meaning of bilateral. Both the parties not perform the contract. So this is the two types comes under the category classification of contract on the basis of performance. So now we have discussed in today's class. If you see today's class, we have discussed classification or types of contract. All the types we have discussed. First classification according to the validity. There is 6 types: valid contract, voidable contract, void agreement, void contract, illegal agreement, unenforceable contract. Then we discussed classification of contract on the basis of formation, express contract, implied contract, and quasi contract. Then we discussed classification of on the basis of execution, that is executed contract, executive contract, partly executed and partly executed contract. Then we discussed classification of the contract on the basis of performance, unilateral contract and bilateral contract. Yes, I need to stop.